signs and cross watchers. Welcome to your 5-card draw. What do I need read for this new moon in Sagittarius to full moon in Gemini, November into December 2022. I am your reader, fellow Pisces moon, Mark Angelo Lyons. Mal for short, my initials. Professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Production since 1998, 24 and a half years of service at the time of this recording, author of Words of Grace from a Professional Witch. Available on Kindle. There's a link in the description box and you can preview it for free, and if you get to read it, if you want to read it, you'll see a lot of what I learned way before that 24 years in service, but leading up into it, my legacy at this point, unless I write another book. And I'm a creator on Patreon, by the way. You haven't heard? Patreon.com/Drawing the Circle, a members-only subscription platform. You can set your own levels of subscription and give them different benefits and stuff. We've been there for a year. It's been our 1-year anniversary a couple of days ago. I added 2 new levels of subscription. We'll talk about that at the end if you want to hang around for it. But all of my subscribers on Patreon get to see me every morning as they choose with an unlisted YouTube live stream chat thingy. Me sitting on the couch, doing it from the laptop, cup of coffee, bathrobe, hair, doing what's going to do, talk about the day's astrology, the magical applications of said astrology, the spiritual implications of, again, said astrology, but always ending with a little prayer, a little meditation, a little something to send us on our way. It's my favorite way to start the day, and I'm not even kidding. And all of my subscribers get the extended readings, part 1 on YouTube, part 2 on Vimeo.com. Please praise, blessed be Vimeo on demand. I love me some Vimeo on demand. But all my subscribers get them, the extended, past, present, and into the future, as long as they remain subscribers. I really love it. So if you are looking for a deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. Because beginning, middle, and end of the day, I'm the Archangel of Lyons, Mark Angelo Lyons, but, you know, my Mers, just call me Mal. Yes, my Mers, my Mer family. Mer. Love you so much. Looking forward to this read. Tried to do this reading 3 hours ago, and then the landscapers came for the condo village with the leaf blowers. I was like, all right, well, I guess I'm doing something else. So we did. Got a lot done, actually. So very happy to dive back into the Piscean collective. I always save the best for last. I could do them out of order, you know. I don't want to that. Why? Because I want to go through all of that, right? All the other 11 signs, and just give you guys the very, very best from all of it. So let's get down to business. If you are new to the channel, the 5-card draw is just 1 card from 5 different decks, getting you clues, tips, and hints about a specific astrological timeline. In this case, a waxing, a new to full, or how I remember it, a beautiful new to full. November into December 2022. We'll look at the timeline in a minute, but these 5 decks also represent the 5 magical elements: fire, earth, air, water, and spirit, in that order, to help you align your manifestational process, your spell work, your law of attention, who's he, what's. You create your own reality. You do you, right? Particularly Pisces, you do you. To plant a seed at the new and help it grow and blossom. Pick your floral plant metaphor as you like at the full. Let's have a look, because there's some interesting stuff going on for surezies. The new moon in Sagittarius, Wednesday, November 23rd, 5:57 p.m. Eastern. Let's just say 6 because I'm from New York. Jupiter goes direct in Pisces. Jupiter goes direct in Pisces, which means it's been retrograde, so hang in there. And before we get to the full moon, Neptune, our ruling planet, is going direct on December 3rd. So those kind of affect us directly, just saying. Right, the Jupiter in our sign and our ruler going direct. I don't remember. I didn't write it down. I was supposed to. I didn't. Sorry. What planet? Comment if you know, but I'll go Google it anyway. Not a big deal. Because then we go to the full moon in Gemini on Wednesday, December 7th, 11:08 p.m. And there's some interesting dynamics. I'm just going to say, new moon in Sagittarius, mutable fire on the day of Wednesday, Mercury's day, mercredi, right? It's a lot of mutable fire with a day of communication. It'll be a very, very powerful new moon, which is why I do these readings. And it doesn't matter when you find this reading. You can apply it anytime you want, if you want to use it like a spell kit, right? Just take it and run with it. You can't see the wrong reading at the wrong time. You can only see the right reading at the right time. And to nail it then at that full moon, ending in a Wednesday. It's a Wednesday to a Wednesday, but then on a Gemini. So there's it sort of begins and ends with communication that way, that Mercury vibarino. So look, it's a general read. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't, and check your other signs. Maybe you got 4 different seeds going, right? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus sign. Maybe you got one really major one, and your other signs can give you more clues, tips, and hints about that sort of stuff. Otherwise, both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I will do my best to help you fulfill your element of fire. Our first card down, what you yearn for, what you burn for, what your heart desires, because as we manifest our heart's desires, which were assigned to us before coming in, I'm really sure, try and get rid of one. Try to get rid of a heart's desire. No, it's the easiest thing. I don't think you can. It's written, right? But they're part of our life mission, our role in the divine unity, who's what's us, right? Whatever you want to call it. So cross watchers, you apply this to your own energy field in some way, shape or form, cast, whatever, for yourself. You're helping yourself manifest as well as the one you're cross watching for, as well as the entire Pisces collective. Sort of like a superpower if you ask me, but just don't. Instead, both feet on the floor if you can, focus on your breath if you will, and I will get you the clarity, guidance, and grace. It's my heart's desire, and this is part of my heart's desires, doing this kind of stuff for a living. They're taking what I'm given because I'm working for a living. Oh, Huey, we thought we knew you. Please take a nice deep breath and let's see if we can have some fun. These are my favorite reads. It's only 5 cards, and it's waxing, not shadow reads. Oh, they'll come before the full. I'll get those out, the 8-card draws. Breathe. Ah, what a day. Still point. As I call upon the ancestors of magic, miracles, and mysticism for the Piscean collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, please. What is the magical spell card from Lucy Cavendish's Magical Spell Cards, which is quite the coincidence that they're named the same thing, to represent and clarify their element of fire, what they yearn for, what they burn for, what their hearts desire this beautiful, newtiful November, December. Study, all right. General, all right. Study that covers a lot of ground. The spell fragment itself. Let my mind be clear and strong. Let me study well and long. Okay, now look, we're all studying, we're all learning, hopefully. Well, we can learn through joy or suffering. It's up to us, but we will learn one way or another, right? You look back and you go, oh, oh, right? Well, you learn eventually. But certainly clarity of mind indicated here. Interesting for an element of fire. Now, here's the thing. That doesn't mean, oh, my heart's desire is to study, because no. I'm a Virgo. I don't like it that much. But it might mean that your heart's desire might indeed require a clear mind and to study well and long. Huh. It's a general read for you. That's what we're going to ground it with the Crystal Oracle by Tony Carmine Soler. Now, I say it every time, I highly recommend the deck. It's really good. The pictures are gorgeous. They're of actual crystals. It's not like, well, it is artwork, but it's not, you know, it's photos, I guess. That means photos now, I guess. No, that means photo, right? That means photo now. If you have the stone indicated for the element of earth and you want to use it as a talisman, an amulet, a touchstone, a gratitude rock, a reminder, and you want to use it, great. You don't have the stone because some of them are rare and some of them are expensive. Then clear quartz does everything, but you could use literally anything solid, like literally take a safety pin and pin it inside, no one will know, right? But every time you feel it, you could apply the intentional, the spell work, who's what's this, for study. Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Good. As I call upon My beloved Archangel Ariel, one of the archangels of the North powers of Earth, hence the Crystal Oracle. Please, Archangel of Lyons, Archangel of Nature, which includes rocks and animals and vegetables, and believe it or not, humans too. Please, beloved Archangel Ariel, one card in clarity for the Pisces collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video, receiving this reading for their element of Earth. The fuel to feed the fire, to ground and manifest their heart's desire, this beautiful, beautiful, blah, 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 blah. Gold with quartz. That one flew out. Now, it's gold, you know, like silver and gold. Oh, God, the holidays. But there is gold on its own in this book. This is gold with quartz, which is, if I remember correctly, about taking, like, high vibe inspiration and anchoring it into physical form. Switch work. Let's look it up. I'm going to read it. This is just one of two bookie books, but both of them are really short. I'm the one that goes on and on and on, and believe me, I'm well aware of it. My nickname as a child was Kekiron. Yeah, and it's alphabetical still, Mark. Yeah, there we go. Let me just read this to you. Gold with quartz. Now, don't have any gold laying around. You always get a piece of clear quartz. Anything will work. Physically grounding. That makes sense. Abstract ideas and inspirations. Yeah, this is the one. Several wonderful ideas and inspirations are filtering through into your physical reality. These ideas and inspirations, which stem from your soul, that's our swimming grounds, the soul, Pisces, will help you manifest many of the things your heart has for so long desired. Our element of fire. So what is it your heart desires again? Right? Well, go and study it. Start there, right? And then see what else the universe brings to you. Over the coming days, your intuition will be strong and you will have a greater sense of the universal spirit that flows through all things. That's good because I gotta get through the holidays, baby. Through this, a newfound sense of joy and wonder emerges. Oh, for the holidays, how lovely. One which transforms your life. So joyful transformation instead of that dragging us through the sub-basement of Tartarus up and down hills with rocks being rolled over us. And then we have to put them back up at the bottom of the hill. Give thanks for the blessings and allow it to inspire and illuminate your heart and mind. Your ideas and inspirations are divinely guided, so trust them. So yeah, so staying physically grounded so that we can be open to that process of taking an inspiration. The 8th chakra has the codes. Inspiration is crown chakra, right? That's the satellite dish, and it makes its way down through the chakras, but we have free will. That's the tea on that, right? We have responsibilities with what we do with that inspiration, but I think physically grounding and abstract ideas and inspirations with study, you know, hey, look, you know, I wanted to, oh my God, 2016, I wanted to start recording stuff, put it up on Vimeo.com and go back on YouTube. You'll see some of my early stuff, really, from 2016. I'm autodidact, but of course I had to study it. I had to read all sorts of stuff and ask for help here and there. Taking this abstract idea, and it did change my whole life, set me up for a career pre-pandemic, so I could keep working from home. Pretty amazing, huh? All right, let's move along. Let's see what we can manifest here with the element of air, thought, right? The mind. Two ways to read these cards. I find both compatible and hopefully helpful. One is whatever the words are. Seriously, look up the meaning of the words, right? Think about it, contemplate it. What do those words mean to you, and are there other meanings to those words? Sometimes that's the difference between a general and a specific reading, just saying. The other is these are healing angels, legions of them, not just one, like billions and billions of them that will not intervene on our behalf unless we ask. They're just nice like that, sort of like vampires, except they give way more than they take. Let's see for the element of air, right, which fire needs air. Please take a nice deep breath. And then our elements next, water. Oh, and by the way, I have ocean sounds playing in the background if you're wondering why. It may sound a little familiar and aquatic. It's because it's our element. Still point. Yep, tuned right in as I call upon the angels and archangels of water. The sign of Pisces, powers of the West, please, beloved Gabrielite legions, one card in clarity for the Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Suns, and Cross Watchers watching this video and receiving this reading. Please, what is the element of air to stoke that fire, to manifest their heart's desire, which requires study, which is definitely an element of air kind of thing, with that gold with quartz, grounding and taking those inspirations and ideas and implementing them in a way that's transformative. What do you got for them for the element of air? To manifest their heart's desire, this beautiful, beautiful November, December 2022, the healing angels of truth and integrity. Truth, yeah, exactly. What is the truth again, right? You know, there's true, what's what appears true, and then there's truth. Sorry, I know I say it a lot. The sun doesn't rise in the east and set in the west if the planet turns on an axis, which it does. I believe. Is that belief? Is that necessary for belief, or is that just a whatever? So what would the healing angels, think about that, what would the healing angels of truth and integrity be about? A lot of people are scared of those angels, I'll tell you. Why? Because they're going to heal you with truth, and we evolve at the speed at which we're willing to integrate truth. Right? Well, you can know it. Oh, you can read a book. You can absolutely study and study and study ancient truth, mystic truth, spiritual truth, all of that in a side of fries. But can you ground it into your physical life? Can you actually bring it into physical form and act on it? Love one another, that's 2 words. Oh, simple. How easy is it? Right? Just as an example. So would you be, so think about that. That's a good place to start. What would their function be? I've been saying this series. I don't know why I think it's funny. I know what a plumber does. I don't know how they do it, but I know what a plumber does, right? I know what an electrician does. I don't know how they do it, but I know they do that. What would these angels do? Truth and integrity, right? It's not like they're twins. They're like beat up on you, right? No, I don't think so. But I think they would probably heal you through truth and heal your integrity, which is all about how we choose to think and act. And just popped into my head from Terry Pratchett, evil begins when you start thinking of people as things. Just saying. Discworld. The turtle moves. Okay, let's get. Speaking of, let's get into our element here. The Whispers of Love Oracle by Angela Hartfield. Been loving her Whispers of Lord Ganesha. She puts the A on the end, which is good. Cool. For removing obstacles. This is not that kind of read. I save those for the eighth chakra. Shadow reads, but this can turn the party. All of a sudden it's the romance card, or the true love card, or the spiritual connection card, or something like that. The touch me card is in there too. So let's see what hits the table for the Pisces collective in our element. Let's get schooled. Get it, fishes? Let's try and have fun, folks. Breathe. It's all freaking elementa, right? Still point. As I call upon the higher selves of all involved, 5th dimension and above, 8th chakra and above, because you got the best sense of humor is above that chakra. Please, one card in clarity. What is the Whisper of Love for the Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and Cross Watchers watching this video, receiving this reading? The element of water to juice up the spell, to activate the love that is divine power and kind of flow it through this thing. So they can manifest their element of fire, which requires study in some way, shape, or form with that golden quartz, those possibilities and probabilities and inspirations and, you know, all of those thoughts, grounding them into physical form, because their hearts, like he said, their heart's desires are in process, right? And there's a truth to that. But are they seeing it that way? That would help the healing and move things along. No blind faith needed when it's the intuition that you're kind of like, wow, no, I feel it, but I don't know that I believe it, right? We don't always see clearly, and that's okay too. That's part of the gig. So what do you got for us, higher selves of all involved? The Whisper of Love for this beautiful, beautiful November, December 2022. Embrace your emotions. My skill set is as follows. Number 1, I have cool hair. Number 2, I'm the fun one. Number 3, I know what the fuck I'm talking about because I've been reading tarot since I'm 12 years old. I'm 54. Yeah, I know. Don't look at. Thanks. You're welcome. Because I know I make one Pisces laugh, or at least one Pisces laugh every time I do that. But the gods put the cards in my hand, right? The divine puts the right cards in my hand, particularly when they come out like not just a jigsaw puzzle, but like the big, like, preschool, kindergarten, 3 foot wide, chunky pieces. Embrace your emotions. Don't push down your feelings or judge your emotions. Call in the healing angels to see them clearly and deal with them with integrity, to take those intuitions. Sometimes that nugget of intuition, that nugget of gold, can have a lead veneer around it called fear and judgment and right, conditioning, right? So you got to burn your way through that. You got to feel your way through that. Funny. Interesting. There you have it. Because not every card in that deck is about feeling emotions necessarily. So let's get our last card down. Matt Kahn Healing Mantra Deck, the card of Spirit we're going to use to say the mantra, right? So you grab a piece of gold, because you know you got so much of it laying around, or just a piece of quartz, I don't know, piece of jewelry, knock yourself out, right? Cast the spell. You can do this every day if you like. You know, I'm just giving you the kit. You use it whenever you want. Call in those healing angels of truth and integrity and embrace your emotions while you're doing it, no matter what you're feeling. This will be the mantra to help not just heal it, but to kind of charge it, the element of spirit, like how spirit equals energy, like school spirit, which I never had. Except mystery school spirit. Please take a nice deep breath. Oh, someone make a movie. A new Netflix series, Mystery School Spirit. A lot of chanting. Still point. Here we go. As I call upon the Ascended Masters of the General Assembly, because again, this is too general for me to really ask for a specific subdivision of the law firm, so to speak. So, since the majority of the Ascended Masters have already taken physical bodies, have played the game down here, I'm asking you directly for the General Assembly, one card in clarity. Hey. For the Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers, the element of spirit, right? The energy, the mantra to charge this, to heal it, to move it in the direction that is for their well-being and for the well-being of all, with their element of fire, of study, golden quartz and earth, truth and integrity and air, and embracing their emotions in water. Deep dive, just don't skim along the surface. What do you got for us, please, to help us manifest our heart's desire? This beautiful November, December 2022. Cross your fingers. Dissolving judgments. I can't believe it. That's what I said. That's what I said about that golden nugget, but with that kind of lead veneer around it. I don't have to like the actions of others to love my journey. And I actually think Cancer got this too. They certainly did. I find that interesting when the elements line up. It's happened so many times. It might even happen in this read, in this series. I mean, all right, I'm going to read this, but this is exactly what I'm talking about. So you have a judgment about somebody. Let's just do this. Stick a pin in it. You've got time. Trust me. This is important. For an intuitive, are you kidding me? So, you meet somebody for the first time, and physically they're fine, they're polite, whatever, but something inside you goes, Now, don't be judgmental. Well, if you allow yourself to kind of acknowledge it and say, okay, I don't know what this is, if something feels off here, you're not pushing down that feeling, you're not pushing down that emotion, you're letting yourself feel, you're just not acting on it, you're not condemning the person, you're just saying something's off there, instead of what this mantra, I think, will help you with. And I'm going to read it from the bookie book, because his book, Matt Kahn's book, The Universe Always Has a Plan, is really worth a read. 10 Golden Rules for Letting Go, and one of them in particular relates kind of directly to this. So let's read this. Please take a nice deep breath. Dissolving judgments. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. That's the mantra. I'm not just saying that for myself. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. In his book, it's in order to be emotionally free, It's okay to dislike. Now, that doesn't mean free from negative emotion. That means free to feel the whole range. We're Pisces. We have the right to, everybody does, but I think Pisces, we have the right to emotional freedom to feel whatever it is we're going to feel, but we don't have to let it drive the show, right? We don't have to be possessed by our own emotions, but like water to let them flow through us. Okay, I'll continue now. Please take a nice deep breath. I don't have to like the actions of others in order to love my journey. When judgments are dissolved, you don't have to enjoy the actions of others in order to glean benefit from them. Well, if you're dealing with the healing angels of truth and integrity, maybe there is some shenanigans going on here. Or maybe there are people that you might watch on the TV that might upset you. Just saying, one way or the other, you do you. When you know that every moment has been created to help each soul shine the brightest, it becomes easier to not take things personally. Don Miguel Ruiz. White courtesy telephone. I love him. His son's cute too. It becomes easier to not take things personally. Instead, you are able to appreciate the positions life has put you in as evidence of your evolving mastery and form. This mantra is ideal for learning to speak your truth. Study, study, study. I would recommend The Four Agreements by Don Miguel Ruiz, just as starters. Cultivating empathy. We're Pisces. Cultivating the strength to handle the empathy is a little bit different than just cultivating empathy, but it is feeling out where the other person is. Not in everything in their life, but if something goes, something's off, doesn't mean they're good, doesn't mean they're evil, it doesn't even mean they're wicked and nasty, right? It just means it's not them, it's the program, it's the pattern, it's their pain, it's what they're going through, and that's where empathy comes in, because you've been there too, and if you haven't been that way in this life, come on. You kidding? Right? That's empathy, and trusting the universe. Something feels off here. Oh no. Oh no. Well, look at their FICA score. Is that still a thing? Look at their, and then 8 years later, why? Right? Sometimes 8 minutes later, why? Why didn't I listen to myself? And then what? You're judging yourself. So, you don't have to like the behaviors of others in order to love your journey, but you can make honorable decisions by particularly what's going on in this reading, by feeling your feelings, study your feelings. I don't mean overthink it, but really get into this, take the possibilities, and call in those healing angels. So, since your heart's desires seem to be closer than we might have thought, we're going to do a little extra special end of the series. Actually cast this sucker for real for the Pisces Collective in what I call a blessimation, right? It's a combination of a blessing and a summation. It's actually a word that we came up with on Patreon. And then at the end of that, I'm going to release the read in the energy fields of all of these people that I'm reading for right now, with a little goofy, a little song, a little dance, a little mackerel in your pants. I'm gonna, go into it, and we can talk about Patreon too if you want. Let's just see what happens. Please take a nice deep breath. This is my last reading till after Thanksgiving. So I want to go out with a bang. I don't know about a bang, but how about a splash? Breathe. Still point. As I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine for the Pisces Collective, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers watching this video and receiving this reading, may we, myself included, may we be blessed with all that we need this beautiful November, December 2022, that we can dissolve judgments, because we don't have to like the actions of others in order to love our journey. Hence, embracing our emotions is the way to do that. We don't have to push down our feelings or judge our emotions, but we can certainly tune into the intuitive thing and go, yeah, no, something's off here. Yeah, there's some verbal stuff in the way, but we're going to feel our way through this and alchemize it and get to a deeper place, calling upon the healing angels of truth and integrity to show us the truth of what's really going on and keep us in our integrity as we wax wax from new to full with that golden quartz, taking those probabilities and possibilities of our heart's desires manifesting, being grounded and being protected, and actually taking those ideas and inspirations and intuitions and implementing them, grounding them. It's not enough to know that we're all one. It has to kind of be brought all the way down into the root chakra, and boy, don't that take study. More inner than outer 9 times out of 10. And may we all be blessed with all that we need this beautiful, I can't talk. November, December 2022. Breathe. Let our minds be clear and strong. Let us study well and long for the well-being of all, with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. So motivate, and so it is. Hey darling, the price of admission is feel your emotions on this one. We're gonna anyway. It's just, what do we do with it? Yeah. Choices. Did you like it? Hit the thumbs up. Like it. Help the other fishies find it. Want more of me here on YouTube? You already know. I don't know why I have to keep saying it over. Apparently it's a law. Subscribe and hit the notification bell, right? Thumbs up, subscribe, and all that jazz. But if you want the deeper, if you want the more magic, the more miracles, the more mysticism, the more mail, and a lovely community we're building over there with a lot of Pisceans on it, come Patreon on Patreon. I'm serious. And I'm having fun. Both can be true. True fish, right? I'm serious and I'm having a field day over there, and I think you might too. So click the link and see what I'm offering. Maybe not now, but maybe later. You might like what you see over there. And if you want to book me for a private reading, clients come first. Like even before holidays, I will juggle a schedule for people, particularly Pisces. You know what? You know how you do it? There's a link in the description box. Just go down deep. Dive deep. Actually, it's not that far down. Booking a reading with Mel YouTube video explains everything you ever wanted to know about booking a reading with Mel, but we're afraid to ask. Oh, my Mer family, Mer! I love you so much. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed. Manifest your heart's desire, but study long, clear, and strong, and all that deal. Comment if you like. Reach out if you need. I love you. Hang in there. Have at it. Hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.